Before?
This is my first time going live on TikTok before.
Live? Well, I got that.
Because my videos are going like super viral.
Super viral.
For why, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's gonna join, but I mean, it's like thousands of people on my profile right now. And I want to start doing live on TikTok. I don't really care who's watching, though. I don't think you can save these. I wanted to talk to y'all about my currently viral video about the herbs that induce abortion and stuff like that naturally, and the natural birth control herbs. And I wanted to say some stuff because I feel like a lot of people are up there and they're kind of like, I wanted to point out the intention, because I didn't share that video about natural herbs that could be used for birth control and for herbal abortion so that it could be abused. I didn't post those because I use it. Personally, I posted it because I feel like it's knowledge that a woman should know. I posted it because, in my opinion, I do feel like in a way that women have the right to act as God in that way when it comes to creation, and if they choose to carry out a pregnancy. But I did not share that for women to just be fucking and just want to abort kids. I actually feel like it's smart that society decided to take away women's rights to do abortion, because women aren't in tune with it anymore. Women just humping and fucking and then don't want to have the babies, and women are abusing it in a way. So I didn't post that video so that y'all could then start abusing those herbs. And I also told y'all I'm not getting no further into it. I'm not going to tell you all how to use the herbs or what herbs to use, or how to do it, because I don't want no parts in what y'all doing, For me, it's just knowledge. But I feel like people just come into my page and they're not realizing that this page is about womb wellness, period, point blank. It's so the whole abusing it and all of that, obviously control is gonna be for you to abstain from sex. We in a world where sex is it's hypersexualized, you know what I'm saying? So y'all just fucking. Y'all don't even want kids, but y'all just want to fuck. I don't agree with that personally. Personally, I also would never abort a child. I didn't put it up there for y'all to start talking about abortion and how y'all don't want those kids and how y'all wish y'all got it, because that's kind of fucked up to sense. But I just think that that's a little bit odd. And then people like, how we know it works if you got a kid, baby. I never said I used it. Personally, I would never, because I don't lay down and have sex without the intention of creating. That's just not me personally. And what you do is on you, but don't abuse the knowledge. And don't assume either, because everybody's jumping on that. I made another video talking about the fertility herbs, and women aren't on that as much. It just shows the mentality of women in this day and age. And there are some women who do want to know. And then I also get women when it's like, when I post the fertility herbs, so everybody's going crazy. Everybody wants the abortion herbs because all of y'all are just fucking and abusing y'all wombs and don't really even be taking care of what you need to take care of down there. And then once I post the fertility herbs, women are like, let me stay away from those herbs. And I'm just like, first of all, a fertile womb is a healthy womb, period, point blank. If your womb is not fertile, then it's not functioning optimally. Irregardless to whether you want to have children or not, your womb should be fertile. It should have the minerals in it. I understand there are plenty of women who don't want to have children. Like I said, I posted that video not for it to be abused, but for there to be so for that y'all can know. Because first of all, the birth control is literally deteriorating and destroying y'all bodies on an everyday basis, and y'all don't even really get to realize that, or even really pay attention to that. It's pushed way too hard when it's as simple as obviously abstaining from sex, but also it could be as simple as rubbing neem oil on you every day, which is actually a herb that is not only great for preventing pregnancy, but it's also great for the skin. It's an antiseptic, you know what I'm saying? So That's not the only benefit that herb has. And I feel like people just losing it. Y'all just going crazy about it, like the abortion thing. I'm not worried about the fact that I posted it, because for one thing, abortion isn't illegal in all the states yet, right? So it's probably more than likely still going to remain legal in most places, but in some places it is illegal now. And you know, it just is what it is. I feel like it's important, because you can't just be fucking and then not want to take responsibility. At the end of the day, human species, only species on earth that be fucking just for fun. It's literally, there's only one reason to have sex, and that's for creation. And that's what I believe in personally. You know, how you feel and what you do, how you abuse your womb, you know, that's on you. I'm with the healing of the wombs. I posted that not for it to be abused, not for y'all to just start aborting babies and getting rid of kids all left and right, but so that y'all could have that knowledge. I posted that for women who were sexually abused or raped, or women who get very sick during pregnancy to the point where it's very hard for them to carry out a pregnancy, or women who have had near death experiences in trying to give birth. Those are the reasons. That was my intentions in posting that, just so that y'all could know. Not so that y'all could go crazy. Like, women up there, like, the comments are, like, getting weird. They're making me uncomfortable, personally. Like, it's making me uncomfortable to the point where I almost want to delete the video. Yeah. It's a lot. And, I mean, this is thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. The video is already at 80,000 views so far. You know what I'm saying? So it's thousands of people up there, and everybody is different. They would say shit on TikTok and online in the comments that they wouldn't even really actually say in person to somebody, and I understand that. So I don't take it personally, but I wanted to let y'all know what my intention was for posting that. My intention was not to enable a bunch of hoes to keep fucking and getting rid of just so y'all know. I'm just saying that was not my intention. And also, then you get people just up there assuming, like, how we know it works if you got a kid and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, baby, I never said I used it. I just know that those ones work through studies, through, you know, research with others. There are women who use them for plenty of reasons. And then we talk about the womb wellness herbs, because I'm all about womb wellness in general. If you read the bio in my profile, you'll see that it's about womb wellness in general. So I'm gonna teach you everything about the womb, the good,
abundance,
the good, you know, the pretty, the ugly, the bad. There's no barriers to it, and so there was plenty of women, though, on that post who were wanting to know, like, what about fertility? And I'm like, I posted that video too. Just, you know, the woman is not going stupid on that one like they going on the abortion one. Y'all, like, y'all make people not want to tell y'all stuff. I'm telling you. I already told y'all, I'm not telling y'all how to use the herbs. I for damn sure did not tell y'all to use all of them. I don't even know what to tell y'all at this point. Y'all is crazy. Y'all are really crazy. Somebody said where I'm from. I'm from my mom's vagina.
That's exactly where I'm from right now.
For facts, you know. That's where I came from. And so if we're talking about womb wellness herbs, it disappoints me to see everybody so excited about those ones for what be seeming like the wrong reasons. But then when I post the womb wellness herbs and basically letting y'all know that herbs that help nourish and restore the state of the womb are naturally fertility herbs, even if they don't necessarily work on fertility in the moment. So when I posted the womb wellness herbs and I put sea moss as one, sea moss doesn't necessarily in studies known to boost fertility, but sea moss provides the body with numerous minerals that are needed, ultimately helping with the womb. Because a lot of women who are dealing with infertility, simply, it might not be something as serious, although plenty of women are plagued with very serious things when it comes to infertility, because the numbers for PCOS, pelvic inflammatory disease, and endometriosis and shit are so very high. You know what I'm saying? But aside from those, which will take more more attention to heal, but other than that, women are struggling with pregnancy and even carrying out pregnancies full term, simply because their body lacks the minerals needed. So now we're noticing that a lot of women are miscarrying, even though that was not inside their intention. That's not what they wanted. You know, a lot of women are dealing with complications during childbirth and pregnancy and stuff like that, and it's due to a lack of minerals. And then even some women who are able to carry out these pregnancies are then giving birth to children who are very mineral deficient. And you have to understand the toll that takes on your kids. We all get sad when we see those commercials about the children's hospital for the sick kids with cancer and stuff like that, but we don't think about how that starts, and where that come from, because it all starts in the womb. The state and the health of your body when you conceive is going to be a direct reflection of the state and the health of that fetus and that baby that is growing inside of you. So the less healthy you are, the more you lack minerals. So the more mineral deficient you are, the more likely, like absolutely, almost positively, that your children are going to come out lacking, mineral deficient. The body is composed of, some people say 102 minerals, almost countless. Like, the body is composed of many, many minerals, and multiples of y'all walk around deficient of minerals. When you get to studying the body and healing the body, I can just start to look at people and realize where they're mineral deficient. I can see it in your skin. I can see it when you have those, what they call raccoon eyes, those dark eyes. I can see it in your acne. I can see what's wrong with you based on where the acne is growing in your face. I can see it based on the pigment in your skin, the dryness in the skin. It's easy to read the body when you learn and study the body. So then it's easy to tell that plenty of people are mineral deficient. And I was saying that plenty of women are having a hard time carrying out pregnancies full term without complications because they lack the minerals. You know, by the time you get towards your third trimester in pregnancy, the placenta is pumping out how many ounces? I think 2 ounces of blood, that means iron, from you a minute. So if you don't have enough iron, that's the top number one cause for miscarriage in women, is lack of iron. Because you need that blood. Not only do you naturally need iron, and most women are anemic and iron deficient already before pregnancy. But your baby now needs that. So now you need double of something that you didn't even have to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And then where are you going to get it from? Because once upon a time, our food used to provide us with the minerals that we needed for our body. But nowadays, the food is dead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most people eat dead things all the time. Most people cook their food to death. You know what I'm saying? The food is not providing with the minerals. Most of the shit that's sold at stores, especially in the U.S., is toxic chemicals that were not once available for women. Or not for women, but for people in general. Like, most of the shit, the grocery stores are 95% trash. The only natural section in the grocery store be the produce section. And then the produce, 9 times out of 10, the produce is trash, because now it's seedless fruits and all of it has pesticides on it and shit. All of that is poison. So the likelihood of being able to find good food that actually is providing the body with minerals in the U.S. is rare, right? But there are things like, there are certain herbs that you could take that naturally would boost the iron, like sarsaparilla, dandelion, red raspberry, burdock, yellow dog,
The Young Valley.
lily of the valley. Um, but then there are certain herbs that you can't take depending on what you are. 9 times out of 10, women these days suffer with an excess of estrogen inside the body. That's why we're getting all these women, with excessive body hair, with fibroids and cysts, and all that stuff starts with an imbalance of hormones. That's that excess of estrogen inside the body. So then if you have an excess of estrogen, you don't want to take you don't want to be taking sarsaparilla or burdock, because those two things naturally boost the estrogen levels. And if you're a woman who already has too much estrogen, you're even though your intention is to do the body well, you may be doing the body a disservice. But you have to know your body. What else was I gonna say? Oh, so okay. So the other day, a sister had asked me, is there such thing as painless childbirth? And I was like, absolutely. There could be such thing as painless childbirth. I feel like our minds have been programmed to believe that childbirth is supposed to be painful, right? But it's not a necessary, like, it's not a necessity. And I love that as Black women especially, but women in general. But I don't know, I mostly see Black women. I work with colored women because I am, as you can see, colored myself, and so as we seeing a uproar in home births and doulas and stuff like that, we're getting able to witness births that are more peaceful, less painless. For one thing, I think it's absolutely disgusting, especially in America, that you're supposed to give birth in a place where people are sickly and dying on a daily basis. To me, that's nasty. You go to the hospital. I never went to a hospital and the hospital had good energy. Always, the energy is always icky and there's always nasty. You got people in there dying on an everyday basis. People in there that are sick on an everyday basis, because that's when people go to the hospital. People don't go to the hospital for no reason. People go to the hospital when they're sick. And then you got workers that are being overworked, and plus on top of that. And then that's the place where you're supposed to give birth to your child. I don't care if they have a labor and delivery floor or section. I still feel like that's very disgusting in general. And majority of the traumatic childbirths that women have shared with me were inside of hospitals. So people be like, that's dangerous. How you gonna urge women to not go to the hospital? Like, as if that's not the normal. Now y'all so focused on what's in front of you that you forgot where you came from. Hospitals are more of a new thing. Primarily I feel like most hospitals and shit came about around the time of our grandmas and stuff like that. So a lot of our grandmas wasn't even giving birth in hospitals. Some of our grandmas probably gave birth in hospitals. Then our mothers started giving birth in hospitals. So now we give birth in, well, not we, but y'all give birth in hospitals and stuff like that. But originally, our great grandmas and our great great grandmas and our great 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 grandmas was not giving birth in hospitals, because those things did not even really exist. They was being born by the river and you know what I'm saying, and at home or outside in the yard or in the garden or whatever. That was the norm. I feel like it's weird because this system has enabled y'all to feel like they're gonna do something for you based on the his story of everything that we learned in history. What would make you think that this economy will create anything to benefit you, especially as a colored person? You think that they would create a medical system to benefit you when all they did was hurt you in the past? You think that they would create medicines and cures or anything to benefit you? What in the past would show you that they would do anything like of that sort? Because from what all I saw about the history that be shared, there is nothing in there that gives me the reassurance that a system that was created like this would ever do anything to benefit me as a black woman. So you have to think back to that. Now, y'all lost so much touch with yourselves that y'all don't even know y'all wombs. The first place y'all go if anything is wrong with you is to the doctor. How the doctor know your pussy better than you know your pussy? That don't even make sense to me, personally. Like, a lot of you be funny how many grown women be out here using their pussy and don't even understand the anatomy of it. They don't understand. All they know is the clit and the vaginal canal and the lips. They don't even know that past the canal is not endless. That it stops at the cervix, and then from above the cervix is the uterus, and that's where the baby implants. And the cervix is the things that opens up and dilates. But most women don't even know that your cervix doesn't only just open up and dilate when you're pregnant, but it opens up twice a month if you have a regular cycle. It opens up when you're fertile for you to conceive, and it also opens up when you're bleeding so that the blood comes out. Where do y'all think that blood comes out? How do y'all think that works? Like, I be, wondering. And I know that women don't know because I didn't know until I started studying. And I had a whole child. I created a whole being before I even understood the anatomy of my womb. And it's kind of shameful. Woo. So yeah, naturally, any herbs. Yeah, y'all got me. I really don't want to keep that video up, but that video is helping me. It is helping me reach my goals for my likes and follows on TikTok. But I'm also like, I'm not enjoying it. I didn't expect for it to go viral. I don't expect for any of my videos to go viral. I just make them, and whatever happens, happens, But I just pray that people use the knowledge that they receive wisely, and that you take everything with a grain of salt. Just because somebody get on here on TikTok and say something don't mean you just go do it or you just go repeat it. I always tell people that all the knowledge you need is already within you. You don't have to go, you don't have to search far to figure out shit. And that's how I feel. Y'all are killing me. Not really, no, y'all could never. But I don't know, I'm just a little bit disappointed with women in general. And I just don't want y'all to get that shit confused, because I'm pro everything womb wellness. And being in tune and connected to your womb. And I feel bad because I made the post and I feel like it's enabling women who already aren't connected to their wombs to create a further disconnect, and that was not my intention. What? And then I really hate that women be saying that. Like, I post the herbs that support the womb and womb wellness, and women like, I need to stay away from those. And it's like, baby, you need those. Whether you want to have kids or not. When your womb is in a poor state, you as a woman are in a poor state. When your womb is in a poor state, you likely in a poor state of mind, in a poor state of health, in a poor state of being, period. Women who are experiencing hormonal imbalances are obviously a lot less balanced, and that's not only just physically, but that's mentally, emotionally, and spiritually too. And then a lot of these women who want to abstain from them are women who already had kids. And it's like, how could you be the best for your kid if you don't even want to be the best for yourself?
Mm-hmm. Messed up blood, but you love your kid.
People be saying the weirdest things, and it's a lot of shit that I don't agree with. Personally, like how It's a lot of shit I don't agree with. Like, personally, I feel like too much shit is like readily available. Like, one thing I would never promote is I understand women's choice and all that stuff, but now it go to the choices so far that women be choosing not to breastfeed as if that's just a choice, when ultimately that was never a choice. That's just how you nourish and feed your baby. Once upon a time, Similac and Enfamil and shit wasn't so readily available on shelves, right? And for two, I don't understand the love that people give, because if anybody didn't know, now you know, because all y'all be watching the news and scrolling on Facebook, so y'all be knowing now that Similac and Enfamil and all them shits are poison and getting recalled and having all this stuff in it, and y'all love y'all babies so much, but y'all poison them intentionally, because you know. And it's even worse when you know better and you do worse. That's how you rack up karma. You rack up more karma knowing better and doing worse than somebody who doesn't know better and is doing bad, because mentally you already know. And so it don't make sense to me. I would never support that. Personally, a woman is supposed to breastfeed. Now we get into it. It's just too painful. It just hurts too bad. And it's just like, baby, we've been dealing with that pain for centuries. Same way, women are not choosing to give birth naturally because it's so much of a choice for you to go to the hospital and get the epidural so that you don't feel nothing. Baby, we've been dealing with that pain for centuries too. It doesn't have to be painful, but either way, you know, you're going to feel stuff regardless. But we've been dealing with that for centuries. Only this shit is new, that epidural, so that you just don't have to feel nothing when you push the baby out. This Similac, so that you could just poison your baby as opposed to feeding them the minerals that come from you. It's insane to me. It's just some shit I would never agree with. And it's just so frivolously used. Like I said, the reason why I posted those herbs that could be used as natural birth controls, and naturally any herb that could be used as a birth control is naturally unsafe for a woman during pregnancy. And I put it because the birth control is killing the body, and I also noticed that it's something that doctors push heavily. I had a baby at a young age, and before I even gave birth to my son, the doctor was talking about what birth control I'm going to get on so that I don't continue to keep having children so young. Like, and, you know, my mom is just readily on the boat because, you know, she ultimately is not proud of me having a baby at a young age. And so we just joined the bandwagon of poisoning and destroying the bodies of the people that we say we love on a daily basis. And to me, it's shameful. To me, it's sad. Where am I now? Because, let me see. Total views, 2 new followers. I think I'm going to get off of here now. I just wanted to get up here and say a little bit of stuff, and also just see how TikTok works in regards to going live. I think I may go live up here more frequently. But yeah, I'm pretty much done.
Love.
No.